Alright, y'all, so we are about to make some bougie scalloped potatoes. That's right, the bougie kind. The kind you don't call scalloped potatoes, you call them potatoes au gratin. Don't get jealous now. Don't get jealous and start hating, because you can make them too. Just watch how I do this, and you do it too. Well, make sure you watch this whole video, and then you can come back and watch the video while you make it. Make it along with me. How about that? But what you ain't got to do is get jealous and start hating. You ain't got to do that, fam. We all in this together. Matter of fact, I'm going to make you a plate of these when I'm done making them. How about that? What you think about that, huh? What you think about that? So obviously all I'm doing so far is peeling these potatoes. I got 7 gold potatoes. They ain't Yukon gold. Let me tell y'all something. I made some potato soup. So sorry I didn't record that, but I'm going to make it again and record it for y'all this time. I made some potato soup using these gold potatoes, and boy, were they good. I'm going to get these potatoes all peeled up, and then I will come back. Before I go though, let me ask you, how many of y'all like to cook baked potatoes or french fries or whatever and leave the skin on? I love baked potatoes with the skin on, y'all. I eat the skin. The skin got some nutrients in it that the potato meat doesn't have. Y'all call it the potato meat, or you call it something else? To me, it's the potato meat. But yeah, french fries too. I like to leave the skin on. So when I bake my potato, I leave the skin on, baby. Well, yeah, when you bake it, you're going to leave the skin on anyway. But I actually eat the skin. That's my next step, is just to slice these potatoes. Slice them into some decently thin, not paper thin now, but you want some decently thin slices, you see? About like that, y'all. Okay. Now you could use a mandolin, which would go a lot faster. But to be honest, y'all, every time I've used a mandolin, I sliced off the tip of one of my fingers.
Oh, shit!
Every time.
You said the tip of one of your fingers?
Mm-hmm.
Are you missing a piece of finger?
No, she tripping, y'all. But yeah, y'all, we have a mandolin, but I'd be scared to use it. I got a whole chicken on the grill. I actually cut it in half and seasoned half of it like jerk, and the other half with my usual Tony's onion powder, garlic powder, sazon, and all that good stuff. All right, so let's get some of this starch off of these potatoes, y'all. Let's put all these potatoes in this bowl. And we're gonna ranch them off to get some of the starch off of them. See how that water's all white? That's that starch coming off of there. Okay. You do this a few times. It's really not a big deal, y'all. It ain't like cleaning the potatoes. You just want to get some of the starch off. Chop this up, y'all. Y'all ever use them veggie choppers? I tried throwing an onion in a food processor one time, one of them little small ones. It basically pureed my onions. So I was like, nah, I'll stick to the tried and true. I'll stick to the tried and true old-fashioned method. If you that lazy, you need to get your ass out the kitchen. Just DoorDash it, y'all. Just DoorDash it. All right, y'all. It's time to cook that sauce. Let's get that cream sauce going. We're gonna start off with 5 tablespoons of butter. That might be a little too hot, y'all. It's a little too hot. Let's move it around so it don't boing. I don't want to cook in boink butter. Y'all be cooking in boink butter? Matter of fact, let me take it off the heat. All right, now we're gonna add these onions. Yes, sir. Saute them onions down, baby. I got this thing on the lowest setting. How about that? Since I got so many onions, y'all, I'm going with the whole stick of butter. Sweat them onions down, y'all. Sweat them onions down. Sweat them down, baby. Okay, now we're going in with about 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Thicken it up a little bit. Move that around, baby. Because you do not want it to taste like flour. Just like when you're making a roux, y'all, it's important to cook all that flour. Cook that flour completely. Get it thicky thick. Thicker than a Snicker, y'all. Get thicky thick. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with about 3.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. Stir that up real good, like. Let's bring that back up to temperature, y'all. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and add my cream cheese. These potatoes wouldn't be bougie if we use regular cream cheese, would it? We're gonna use this boursin, garlic, and fine herbs. Y'all, if y'all have not tried this, this will take your cream cheese game to the next level. You open that box and this little pack comes out. Oh, we bougie over here, y'all. We bougie over here. This is basically like, it's almost like seasoned cream cheese. Look at that block. Put that right in there. Use it just like you would cream cheese, y'all. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and melt that down on in there. And then we're gonna start adding some seasonings, baby. That boursin cheese, y'all, is going to thicken this up some. So that's good. Oh, by the way, 4 ounces of cream cheese. This is actually a 5-ounce thing of boursin cheese. You know what? I think we'll be all right. I don't think it's gonna hurt nothing. Ooh, I can smell that already. Ooh, oh my goodness, this is gonna be good. I wish y'all could smell that. You know what? Use this. I use this in some potato soup instead of cream cheese. If you like to make, what's it called? Alfredo sauce, I would use some of this boursin cheese. So let me go ahead and hit it with these seasonings, y'all. All right, let's hit it with some seasonings. Garlic powder. You know what? Let's go out the pour side. I can control it. All right, some onion powder. Standard black seasonings, y'all. Some Badia or Badia, I don't know how you say it. Complete seasoning. A little salt, some pepper. However much pepper you want, y'all. However much pepper you want. Parsley flakes. Dried parsley flakes. Not too much. Pour to your heart's content, y'all. Pour to the ancestors say, enough. Okay, now we're gonna go in with some of that. Oh, I didn't tell y'all about the cheese. So while y'all were looking the other way, I was over there grating up my own cheese. Those of you who have been watching me already know Those of you who haven't, I like to grate my own cheese, y'all. Those pre-shredded cheeses have a lot of fillers and stuff in them. The, you know, anti-caking agents and all that kind of stuff. Now you can take the lazy way out. A lot of us have been eating that pre-shredded cheese for decades and it hasn't killed us, but I don't know. Well, one thing they say is those pre-shredded cheeses don't melt as well. That's getting thick, y'all. That's getting thick. Now we're gonna leave this alone, let it cook a little bit. It's on low. Let that cheese get nice and melted. So y'all, I was gonna assemble this thing in this nice casserole dish, but I don't think that's gonna be big enough. It ain't gonna be deep enough. Pause. So what I'm gonna do is trusty, dusty aluminum pans. So first things first, y'all. First layer is gonna be some of this sauce. That's the first layer. All right, get some of that down in there. That bottom layer ain't gotta be that thick. We got our potatoes up out of that water, and now we just start layering them, y'all. They got to be bougie. Now we pour a layer of sauce on top of that. And then y'all, we just keep layering potatoes and sauce. Another layer of sauce. Like I said, you just keep going. Sauce, potatoes. Now let's shake this up some. That top layer of potatoes ain't covered in sauce. And now we're just gonna cover it with some foil and put it in that oven that we preheated to 350. We're gonna go in that oven for about 45 minutes. Yes, sir.
2 hours later.
Okay, y'all, so we moving on to the next step. I looked back at the recipe and realized the potatoes don't have to be all the way cooked through before you move on to this next step, because they're gonna finish cooking during this next step. So we're gonna go on top with the remainder of that shredded cheese. Then we're gonna throw some more parsley flakes on there, however much you like. And then some smoked paprika. Now you can use regular paprika. The point of the paprika really is to give it some color, but if you want it to have some flavor also, use smoked paprika. Now we're going back in the oven, this time uncovered, for about 30 minutes. Look at that. Them bougie scalloped potatoes, y'all. Look at that, y'all. Oh my goodness. Hot. Oh my goodness, that's good, y'all. My goodness. Y'all make these bougie ass potatoes, these scalloped potatoes, these potatoes au gratin, make them just like I made them. You will be blown away.